Thanks for tuning in to Discover Stories on Reimagine Radio. Before we get started, here's a word from our sponsor.
Do you wish you had a voice in making some of the world's most popular websites more accessible? Fable is recruiting a community of paid assistive technology users who work from home to test websites and provide feedback on how they can be improved. We're currently recruiting testers who use Dragon, voice control, eye tracking, switch controls, and head mice. No resume, no cover letter, and no experience with user testing is required. Learn more and apply at www.makeitfable.com/community.
Hello. Thanks for tuning in to Discover Stories on Reimagine Radio. My name is Noah Stolte, the Vancouver Adapted Music Society Program Assistant, and I'll be your host for today and for many more to come. Joining us today is Turner Churchill, a musician and producer who we met in the VAMS studio while he was an outpatient at GF Strong, working on his first solo EP, Glyph. Also joining us today is Bryden and Noah, program coordinator with the Vancouver Adapted Music Society. Hey Turner, thanks for coming in today.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Pretty good, man.
Sweet. Hey
Hello,
Bryden.
hello. How's it going?
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to go off some questions today, but more just to guide the conversation.
Yeah.
'Cause we're just...
You sent me some questions. I haven't really looked at them, so
You didn't
yeah,
really look at them.
we'll
Okay.
be natural. Just
Okay.
It's probably better if it's
okay.
casual,
Conversation.
too.
Yeah, so this is like more of like an attack interview kind of situation.
Yeah,
you know?
interrogation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Yeah, good
Well,
luck, Turner.
Yeah.
It's like Homeland or like all those other shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone listening at home right now, wish Turner good luck. We'll see how he's doing at the end.
Yeah. Oh, is this live? Just kidding.
Anyways, if you want to tell us a bit about yourself, Turner, just like let the people know, like some of your let the people know some of your interests, like hobbies, maybe like what sort of music you make, that kind of
Yeah,
deal.
yeah. So yeah, I'm 30. I've been lived in Vancouver for I guess like 6 years. Before that, I lived in Victoria for 5 years. So I went to UVic. And I got like a science degree in biology and psychology.
Dope.
Only those three, hey?
Yeah, or two, but like specializing on like kind of like neurobiology,
Really?
which is very like relevant since I had a stroke.
Yeah.
So
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you're probably pretty equipped to like actually understand what's going on there.
yeah. It's kind of funny because I remember like some classes where we actually learned about like strokes or like whatever, like different brain like conditions and stuff. So like I was kind of like I didn't really pay attention to that for like six years. So
Yeah.
but now I kind of like remember, or I kind of got like reintroduced like with the therapist about them. Like I could like kind of remember like or kind of like know what they're saying.
Right.
So
Knew a bit of some of the bigger words that the average person might not know.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So and I took like more like biology as well, like anatomy, like physiology and stuff. So that's very relevant to stroke too, because your whole body's like kind of like, but so like the anatomy is like, it's like another like lesson on anatomy for sure. Like,
Yeah. Wow.
like different muscles, like the bones, like the, no, like how it's all connected and stuff like that too.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, for sure. So like, like for hobbies and stuff, like I'm a big sports guy and music guy. So like I follow like all sports. Like now it's like baseball season, so I'm like deep into baseball. But I would say like sports and music, like that's all I like really care about.
Yeah. I mean, you're wearing a drumsticks shirt right now.
Yeah.
And then you've got a Philadelphia Flyers hat on. So
Exactly,
I think
yeah.
that
Yeah.
that really paints the picture.
What's your favorite sport then?
Well, my favorite is basketball.
Nice.
I would say it's like basketball. What's the ranking? Basketball, hockey, baseball, football, probably.
Okay.
Okay. We train for Denver or Miami?
it was Denver for sure, but like I'm not a fan of like either team, but
Okay. Well, at the time of recording this, we're currently in the summer. It's a month, I guess, after the
Yeah, it's been
finals.
some time. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know when this will be released, but
oh yeah.
that's
Like
the last thing that has happened for us.
yeah. So what was
Did you
I
play
gonna
any
say?
sports before you had your
Oh
start?
yeah, I played like high school basketball, but
Nice.
and hockey until like midgets, I think. Like
Oh, wow,
grade
okay.
10, I stopped and like only focused on basketball at that point. So
Because you're not a short guy. You
yeah,
can get up
I'm
there,
like
yeah.
your height maybe like a little bit shorter. How tall are
6'2".
you?
I think I'm like 6'3".
I'm like
Maybe.
6'2" or 6'1".
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like
for
6'2"
everybody
and a half.
listening, I'm
Yeah,
actually 6'7".
yeah.
Yeah, so if you're painting a picture of Noah, program
Yeah.
assistant
Yeah.
in mind,
Just picture LeBron James.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely telling
very
the truth
similar.
here.
Me and LeBron are
You guys
quite-
sound the same too, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure, because like in basketball, like I'm from Fort St. John, which was like a small town in northern BC, and like my grade 12 year, we actually made provincials, which was like the second or third time ever, like in our school, and we actually played like down here at the Agrodome in the PNE.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And we just got smoked every day.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm also from northern BC, and that would happen to
Yeah.
us. Not all the time. Like we had a pretty good team, but
Yeah.
lots of times,
Yeah.
historically, you would just like play a bunch of like
Yeah.
way worse teams up north,
Yeah.
and then go down for provincials and
Well,
just get.
those are like strictly like hockey towns, probably.
Yeah, a lot.
Like
of
Fort
hockey.
St. John is like it's like the hockey guys are the cool guys, and like
Yeah.
everyone else are like nerds.
You got
yeah,
the hockey players, and you got the nerds.
yeah.
I was going to ask, with your like schooling background, did you like do any more further research after having the stroke? Like into it and like trying to learn more about it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I actually read like full books about like strokes and stuff. So now I have like a very good understanding of like what it takes to recover, like what causes it, like because there's like so many factors towards like a stroke, because like about like where in the brain it happened, like how big it was, how old you are. So I had a stroke in my left side of my brain, was in the basal ganglia, so that affects my right side. And also like when you get a stroke in your left side, it affects your speech. When you get one on the right side, you don't get affected.
Oh, interesting.
Like for speech at least. So, and the basal ganglia is like kind of like there's like a few different things, but it like controls coordination of movement and stuff like that. So like my right arm is definitely the most, I guess, impaired.
Right.
But I guess I'd say like the full right side. Like as far as speech goes, like my speech like isn't like too bad. Like I still have some aphasia. So it is like stuttery sometimes, but like some people like can't talk. So it really depends like on the stroke.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It can be more severe.
Yeah, and the person. Yeah.
But your recovery's been going.
Yeah,
Quite well,
yeah,
right?
definitely. Like now it's summer, so like it feels nice because like the heat really like loosen your muscles, as opposed to like when it's cold, your muscles are tighter, and I get all like just tight and stuff. So
Yeah, makes sense.
so now I just like try to eat right too, because if I get like lose weight, because right now I'm probably like 185, 180. So if you weigh less, like you're gonna move like easily
Oh,
for
interesting.
sure. Definitely, like as opposed to if I was like 230 pounds, like which I was like when I had my stroke. So now I'm like 50 pounds less. So
When was your stroke?
it was January 10th, 2022. So
Okay.
it's
So
like
about a year out.
well,
a year and a
it was
half now, I guess.
like 16 months, I guess. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm still like doing rehab work. Me and my family were kind of like decided that we're just doing rehab like for like the first 2 years after the stroke,
Okay.
and then I can worry about like getting a job and stuff.
That makes sense.
Because like right now I'm doing like rehab during the day, like doing music during the day, like and some other stuff. Like I'm in like a walking soccer league here at GF Strong, and that's like during the day. So I still have to just do some stuff.
Yeah, like you're traveling around to physio appointments and back and
for
forth
sure.
from GF every once in a while.
Yeah, and I'm on disability, but it's like not that much money. I got paid like $1,400 a month. So
Yeah, not exactly Vancouver
yeah.
paying the bills in
the
Vancouver.
Living.
But like if you just lived off that, like that will cover like your rent.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
Yeah, especially monthly.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I just got a grant from BC Rehab, which was like $5,000. So
Oh, nice.
I'm
that's
just-
so awesome.
yeah, I just got that like last week. So I'll probably just use that to live. My parents like help me out
That's good.
a lot for sure.
Yeah, nice you have that support system.
Yeah, definitely.
And so like your music,
Oh yeah. So
so what kind of stuff are you into?
well, it's like a lot of
Yeah, I
different
guess so.
stuff. Like before my stroke, I was like in a few different bands. Like I was mostly like interested in like psych rock, like modern day psych rocks, like Ty Segall and stuff, the OCs and stuff like that. But like, and then I kind of quit my band because I was like listening to more like electronic, like 90s, like warp stuff, like Boards of Canada, like Aphex Twin,
Boards of Canada's
Square Pusher and stuff.
Okay.
So I just started trying to like make beats and stuff like that too, because like hip hop was like big for me, and like for my generation was like hip hop guys.
Huge.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like Kanye and stuff. But like the 90s hip hop is what I liked the most, like Nas or like MF Doom. Like it's so good, man.
Yeah,
But-
and you're into the production as well, and that's like so big
Yeah.
in 90s hip hop is
yeah,
like, just like that.
Jay Dilla, like
Yeah.
just like how good they are, like because like they don't really like play instruments. Like the MPC or something is like their instrument, but their feel and stuff is like. It's like so good. It's like a jazz. It's like a jazz feel, but they don't like play like sax or like drums. Like, yeah, it's like a different. It's like the same thing, but
Speaking of drums, though, because the three of us love drums to
Yeah.
no end, you worked in the
yeah, that's where
section at-
I'm sporting a Los Cabos drumstick shirt that I got for free.
not sponsoring the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's go. The best
But they're-
drumstick
but they're-
money can buy.
They're
Yeah.
a Canadian company though, so maybe they will, because I think they're from like the Maritimes. Yeah, like I worked at Long McQuay for like 4 years, so and most of that was in the drums department. So it was awesome, but
So you got like a pretty big appreciation for drum sounds and
yeah,
like you think of like Aphex Twin for sure. It's like very
oh yeah, like he's like one of the best like drum programmers. Like he's not a drummer, but like he's like so nuanced like in his like drum pattern and stuff. It's kind of like you, because you're like, because like we wanted to focus like on the bottom first, or like I do at least for like making music, like the drums and bass, like bass and like go like higher pitch, like for the instruments, like in the process, I guess.
So yeah, your rhythmic bass and
Yeah,
drums, and
get the
then you
rhythms
kind of-
first, get the tempo, like, and the bass it will probably just like anchor like the chord progression and stuff. So
Yeah, then all that other the melody, the lead, that all comes in a bit later.
yeah, samples and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but I guess there's probably like I'll probably just do like different ways to make music, just like to like spice it up.
Yeah,
like-
right. So you like to switch it up every once in a while, like start somewhere different.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like because I have like a few different like hardware synths, so like those are like so great for bass and stuff, but they're also so good for like experimental sounds and like
Yeah, so maybe for people
Like
who don't
drones
know
and
like
stuff.
Aphex Twin and Boards of Canada and stuff, So we're talking about like pretty that's pretty loop based electronic, like some of it's dance music, some of it's more just like
Yeah, I would say it's like IDM, I guess the genre, but it's not like the same as like modern day like electronic stuff where like there's lots of like I don't know about like gimmicks, but there's a formula.
yeah.
But those guys sound like their music sounds like actual hardware.
Yeah, it's a lot of analog
Yeah.
synthesizers. It's a lot of analog drum machines.
Yeah, analog recording stuff like cassettes,
Yeah.
like
right.
reels and stuff.
Yeah, and then like samples on cassettes, right? You take like real world samples, or you take like something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like actual reverb sounds and like delays. Yeah.
Those
sure.
hardware ones though that you got, like the OP1, it's like
Yeah.
pretty ideal for you now, right?
Yeah.
Because you were playing keys in the band before, right?
Yeah, I started the drummer, but I wasn't good enough, so I just switched to like keys because like drums like in a band is like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because like you have to have like a good like foundation or like some good drum takes, and then you can just like overdub and stuff. Because it's like hard to like comp like drum takes like in a real like with a real band kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
But so I
Yeah,
just
I mean, like me and Bryden both play the drums, but I don't think either of us would dare to call ourselves drummers.
I was just
by
about to
any
say
stretch
that
of
we
imagination.
play, but we're not.
Yeah, someone asks
you
you
know.
what you play, and you're like, I play the drums. And they're like, oh, are you a drummer? No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
yeah, it's like a very specific thing because I don't really call myself a drummer. Like even back then, like I had a hard time saying I was a drummer, and then like in my first band when my actual drummer took over, like he was an actual drummer. Like he actually drummed like for like his whole life, like in like metal bands and stuff. So like now he was like doing like psych rock and stuff. That was like easier for him. Right?
yeah, compared
Yeah.
to
The double kicks and the psych rock. Yeah.
But now he's like a really good rapper.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's kind of cool because it's like he's still like so rhythm based because rap is like a rhythm. Because you're not like singing like holding like a melody. It's all like on the like in the pocket kind of thing, right?
yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know how true this is, but
Let me preface this by saying this might not be true.
yeah, yeah. Just saving myself before I say it. But I heard somewhere that like rap RAP stands for rhythm and poetry.
Oh, okay.
I've heard that too. I also
like
am
it a
not
lot.
sure about
I think it's
the legitimacy of it.
Yeah, I feel like poetry has some gray area nowadays. so-
yeah. I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
It makes
even back
sense.
then though, like poetry, like people just like write
That's kinda how it
random words
started,
on the
right?
paper and they're like, it's
Yeah.
poetry.
In New York, like it was like poetry slams
Yeah.
that like turned into
Yeah,
like battles, right?
for sure. The New York guys like Rakim or like, but like later on, like Biggie's like one of the best. And his flow is like insane or whatever.
It's like
right?
water. It's just
Yeah.
so easy to listen to, and it just everything makes so much sense.
You got a nice
Yeah.
voice too. That helps. a
Yeah,
lot.
you have to have that like
Yeah.
bravado that he has, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So then you took on playing keys because you're like, this guy's way too good at drums.
Well, I was actually I was like obsessed like with synths like before that too. Like I still at the time I still had like Moogs and stuff. I bought my first synth probably like 2015 or 2016. That was a Moog Sub 37, like which I sold.
Is that a bass synth?
No, it's like an all around thing.
Oh, okay.
So there's actual like presets on it. Like as opposed to like my Moog grandmother right now, which is you have to like actually patch it in kind of thing.
Right.
So, but I sold that, which sucks. But I think I
you
will.
kind of miss it now.
The grandmother
yeah.
you sold?
Yeah.
I think since kind of got me to make music, or kind of like made me understand that I could make music because like I always liked like rock music and stuff, and then I got into like Nine Inch Nails and like Trent Reznor is like a piano player,
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but he's like a rock guy,
Yeah.
which was like the first I heard of that, like because he's like so like synth.
Yeah, usually you
Synthy.
gotta be like a wicked guitarist or anything to even hope
Yeah,
to
or
make
like-
any
or-
like rock music.
Yeah, or like a singer.
Yeah, true.
Well, like a lot of the scores that he does
Oh,
are
he's
like really synth based.
yeah, for sure. He does like a few scores a year now, so.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's kind of what got me into it. Like some other thing, like that, and like LCD sound system, because like James Murphy, he's like a kind of interesting guy because he's like a singer, but he's not like Freddie Mercury or something. Like he has
Yeah.
a very distinct like voice.
Yeah.
Like he's like a little bit talky. He's like a Lou Reed kind of thing, and the music is very like synth based, and he was also a drum tech, so he kind of knew like how to make songs starting with drums, or he knew like how drums should sound.
Yeah, he has that
Maybe.
probably has a similar approach to how you're talking about, where
Yeah.
you build the bass of the drum and maybe like a rhythmic synth.
Yeah,
And then from there, you just like sing your song over it.
Yeah.
And if you listen to LCD Sound System, that's definitely the vibe of some of those.
yeah,
It's like you can tell he probably just made like a
Yeah.
loop of like a synth sound and like some dope drum
Yeah.
machine program, and then just like, all right, now that's a song. I
Yeah.
can go with that.
and also those two bands like LCD Sound System and Nine Inch Nails, like you listen to them and you kind of think you can actually make it. Whereas like I was like a big Pink Floyd fan or like Radiohead fan, and like I couldn't think I could make that kind of thing.
True. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
because
see that.
they were like a 5-piece band or a 4-piece band, but they were like wizards or something. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
I
didn't-
mean,
yeah,
We were just listening to some Radiohead earlier.
Oh, yeah, which ones?
yeah.
Well,
It's
Karma Police.
Karma Police. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so good.
Yeah, we were just talking about Delay and how dope Delay is.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, my favorite Delay is the ending of Karma Police. I love that oscillating
Yeah,
like line at the end. It's like so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So iconic.
yeah. It's kind of funny like that band because like it's like so much like a love or like hate band because like so many people like don't understand it. Like you like they'll like fucking they'll grow on you for sure, but like they're not like the first time you're hooked kind of thing.
That's true. It's an
Yeah.
acquired taste.
Yeah, it's like the
uh,
first time I was like, this is weird.
Yeah,
I
like a
don't know.
cremini mushroom, you know? Like you don't
Yeah.
like mushrooms when you're a kid. And then when you get older, you're like, oh, actually, these taste pretty good. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for sure. But like in Rainbows is like my favorite album probably like ever. But like that's probably the easiest one to like get into probably.
Yeah. That's probably why it's the most popular, right?
Yeah,
You gotta
for
give it a
sure.
listen.
Noah was saying
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I
really?
listened to it like once, but that's exactly what
Oh
you're
my
saying. Is
God.
that like
he's an OK computer kind of guy.
Yeah. I do like OK Computer, but
Yeah.
I don't claim to be like a Radiohead guy
Yeah.
either. I
Well,
don't know.
that album and the
It's not
Bends.
really my
You don't claim to be a Radiohead.
yeah. Radiohead head.
Yeah, but those are like the most '90s albums, like the Bends, like the OK Computer.
Right. Yeah.
Which like come a thing of it, like, do you guys remember like when like people would always say like the '90s music like sucked?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now, I was like, those are like my favorite bands, like Nine Inch Nails, Radiohead, Tool. Those are all,
For real.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think what people mean is like pop music sucks, but I think if you dig
yeah.
deep enough into any era, you're gonna find
yeah. There's
good-
It's
good
like
stuff
10 years
anywhere.
there.
That's
so
true.
like the '80s is
Like-
awesome stuff
Yeah,
too.
like people also say the '80s music.
I feel like
sucked.
more
But now
people
a
say
lot of
80s
people
music
love the
sucks
80s.
because it's all just like hair metal or like
Yeah, it's
ballad type stuff or that classic gated reverb snare on
Yeah.
every single song.
I'm a big
ever.
new wave guy, man.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
love that
Joy
synth.
back,
Division.
right?
That synth.
Yeah.
LCD Sound System's pretty reminiscent of that kind of stuff, actually.
Yeah,
But-
Talking Heads, Joy Division,
Yeah.
like
New
King
Order.
of Four, or New Order, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, we should maybe.
Keep going with the questions.
Yeah. We should ask you. So the synths that you're using now that you've had your stroke, that you went in that direction, it kind of enabled you to continue.
Yeah, like
quite easily.
Like even like when I had my stroke, when it first happened, I actually thought like at least I could still make some music.
Yeah, right.
Because I still had some like mono synth, like one note, like little bass lines, or like my Pt.1, which is like a very small synth. Or like now, like there's like so many like small synths like every company makes. Like just for portable things, but you can like play some stuff like one-handed, or like, and because like so much music is like computer based anyway, so it's all about programming as well as playing. So so I actually thought that like early on, like when I like first went to the hospital, that actually like entered my head.
Really?
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if like this is temporary or like what the hell. So, but like, yeah, like you kind of got to think you can kind of get back to normal before or now. So, but it's kind of hard not to just use like your good arm and stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah. So like your right arm was your dominant arm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and now so you've been using your left hand to play all these synthesizers,
To do everything.
your leads, lines, your drum machines.
Yeah.
Because you're able to play it, play it and record over it. It kind of like you kind of put yourself in the best possible position, like even beforehand, unknowingly. You sort of prepared a really good way for you to be able to keep making music even after the stroke.
For sure, because like, well, I'm like 30 now, so I don't even play sports anymore. But like, if this happened, like when I was like obsessed with basketball, even though I still am, but just for watching, I couldn't play. So now like I can't really play basketball, but like I'm not really heartbroken because I wasn't before. Like I was just like making music.
Yeah. Right.
That's all I was doing. But
When did you get, or was Ableton your first like music production software?
yeah, I bought Ableton 9 standard like in the box.
Really?
Like back in the day,
Nice.
No way.
like from Long McQuaid in Victoria, like probably like 2015. So that's all I use. Like besides early on, like I probably used like Fruit Loops and stuff, but like,
Oh, you did, eh?
but that was
used
like
that
that was
a
like
long
years
time ago.
before that. So,
Yeah.
but I don't really like mess around with like other things like Logic or anything.
No. I love Ableton.
I love Logic.
I know it's like
the odd man out
50-50,
here.
but there's
Yeah.
like 10 other ones, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
for sure.
They kind of all have their own niche, I think.
yeah, I think Logic is probably better for a rock band or like anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Cubase for like film
Yeah.
scores.
Yeah, Pro Tools if you're old.
Yeah, Pro Tools if you're like.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, older listeners.
Yeah.
That was a joke. I love you all.
Yeah,
But they
Ableton's-
probably do like Pro Tools.
I mean,
Older
it has the
listeners.
best like mixed down engine out of all of them.
Yeah, it is.
It
It's
technically
not
sounds the
bad.
best. I find it's just like not intuitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Us young people like to hate on Pro Tools, but at the end of the day, it
Well,
does
it's-
have the highest audio quality.
It does. I just find Ableton, the workflow and the time between having an idea and being able to have it there is
Yeah.
the least amount of time.
Okay. Also, for everybody listening who has no idea what we're talking about right now, these are programs on our computers that we record our songs into and use to like build our songs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
some of them are more intuitive than others.
Yeah,
So-
with like electronic music though, it's like mostly Ableton, like 410 or something. Like I follow him on like Instagram, and he's always like posting like his stories. He's always using Ableton, like
Yeah.
like it's like so seamless, like with his gear, I guess, or I think he's probably just used it like for so long.
Well, it's
but-
wild. I actually saw a video of his from a long time ago, and he was making stuff in Pro Tools.
Yeah, was that what was that video? He was like breaking down like two songs,
Yeah.
kind of thing. It was,
Yeah.
I just watched that. It's so sick.
That actually like helped me.
The Love Cry song.
Yeah,
so sick.
It helped me like understand a couple things of how easy it can be.
Yeah.
because he was just dragging samples right onto a track,
Yeah,
and there wasn't much. He was just letting it sound the way it sounded. And he also doesn't get stuff mastered. Like, he was like, I just like how it sounds, so like this sound's coming out. And so there was
Really?
pretty wild. I mean, he's also wildly talented. And
Yeah, I mean,
probably made
you can
it
be like,
master quality already anyway.
I don't like
but-
masters, and then like your mixes are a bajillion times better than any master that like some mastering engineers could do.
Yeah. Like, he's so good that like he's kind of like a master, like you said, because he's probably just using like critical listening more so than like some rules that he has or that he read.
That's true.
He like just listening to his mix, and like he wants to know, he wants to like hear it sound different or it sounds the same or like whatever. Like
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for like a really good mix engineer when they've been doing it for a while knows what sounds good and what sounds bad, and then they just know easily how to do what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, I want it to sound like this, and they can do it so easily because they know how to make anything sound like anything, really.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I think it's nice to be like surprised kind of thing.
That's true.
Like, because like
definitely
some like magicians are like super talented, but like they're almost too good. So like they're not sloppy or like they're not like making mistakes. Like as opposed to like David Bowie or something, where he's not like a master musician for like one instrument.
Yeah.
Like he'll just mess around with like a synth or something, or get someone to like mess around with the synth, or just like mess up some like weird sound and like just like track it and stuff.
Like accidentally find
Yeah,
gold kind of thing. Instead of
We've definitely done that. Like in our session turn, I remember one time I was dragging like one thing into a place, and I didn't drag it to the right spot. I dragged it to like 2 beats farther back. And ended up hitting like kind of late in like a really cool way. And I remember being like, oh my goodness, like if I hadn't messed that up, I would never have heard that.
Yeah, exactly.
So.